Okay, hopefully this is gonna be my last video of today. I'm practicing, testing. I'm gonna put them up anyway because I want to know how many, if there's gonna be any visitors, and if they, in what way they are appreciated. The spontaneous killing time way when I'm just thinking instead of having everything prepared. So okay, this is the last one. Last one. I try to promise myself this is the last one before I start uploading prepared videos. What do you say? But yeah, the last video I ended it with something that I want to take up because I didn't. The last video was about me, so now, yeah, this thing that I feel I have so much to share. I feel like deep sadness, and to me, sadness is happiness as well. They're the same thing, like different side of the coin. I feel I know I have so much to share. Not like, oh yeah, I have so much to share, and then everybody knows it already, duh, or I don't agree with it. No, a really meaningful stuff, really big stuff I have to share. It's the freaking meaning of our existence that I have to share. Extremely important. The problem is, how can I have a perceiver, like a viewer, to understand that I'm the one who has that information, so that you would continue watching, listening. When there are so many other videos that copy this type of conversation, this type of uh, uh, English, this type of subject, but they are not knowing what they talk about. I'm not talking about all, because there are lots of beautiful videos, but there are so many videos where they talk about, oh, meaning of life, whatever. And then there's one word that destroys the whole point with everything. That indicates that the person didn't understand the purpose. If you don't carry the understanding in yourself, and you're trying to presentate something you don't understand, even though you might be copying exactly my same words, I don't know if the perceiver is able to understand, get the point. Maybe. And why maybe? Is because I've read, for instance, the philosopher Kant. I came up with this idea: what appears isn't, and what is doesn't appear. And then I discovered, oh, Kant came to the same conclusion. I believe all of us, we carry this knowledge already. It's just that I'm trying to put it down into words. That's one thing. But the ones that are trying to putting up videos about meaning or whatever, what is truth about anything, and they are not with themselves. They are not expressing themselves out of their understanding, then maybe the perceiver won't find his or her own understanding. It doesn't help, it prevents, it makes it harder or maybe impossible. But written text, they can't, I knew already. But I mean, we all know already, but just to find this, what you carry inside. Like, I've seen many videos that are, it says it comes from Carl Jung. I don't know if it's like originally from him. And again, we can't tell uh, who's the original uh, thinker. But again, all the information, all description that makes sense to you, my beautiful viewer, perceiver, that understanding was already in you. You're just recognizing the words or this presentation. You're recognizing what is in you already. That's why I started putting up these videos, because I realized that, okay, I discover ideas, like deep thoughts, ideas, philosophical, that are identical with like this Kant, Nietzsche, Wittgenstein. Oh, but just because I came up with this idea without reading their books, uh, uh, it still doesn't mean that I discovered the idea. I already had the idea in me. I already carried the understanding. I just found to describe the understanding in words the same way as Kant or whatever philosopher there is that I recognize as true, that I recognize is part of our united eternity. That sounds religious, but hold on. I'm talking about pure freaking science, the only true science. Uh, I would like to continue forever. If I only knew there's someone there listening, I would need to see your face expression, to see if you're with me, if you're understanding. Because if you're not, then I can express myself differently. So you find this understanding that you have inside of you in these words. We live in a society that prevents us from recognizing all this beautiful understanding that we have. We're being distracted constantly. It's not only society, it's life itself. We were born crying, babies. We're crying because we're perceiving this limitation limitation of time and space in this body that goes against, that doesn't reflect our eternity. It distracts. Life itself distracts from recognizing who we are. And the point with our lives, I'm not trying to convince you, I'm talking about facts that cannot be denied. It cannot be proven against. The point in life is the idea, the reason to even live, to be born. What our passion is, constant passion, is to not forget who we are, to not forget that we are eternity. Eternity is the one and only beauty. A beautiful looking face is not beautiful. It just looks. It's the reflection of our eternity. That's why, to me, I'm not able to follow politics, for instance. It's absurd beyond words. On the other hand, I do understand the ones who do follow politics or do things that I don't, like dedicate their thinking and mind, and even I do, with things that do not reflect our eternity, like reflect even bad, like hurting each other or all of that. Well, I wouldn't, but to enjoy somebody else's suffering. Um, but this distraction, that sometimes we do distract from who we are, because it's so freaking hard to recognize ourselves in life. There's no perfect mirror. Makes us feel lonely. And so I guess that's why some people completely deny their eternity. And there are certain psychological illnesses. I don't want, of some reason, I don't want to mention the names. Um, that are not considered as curable because already early in their early childhood, not recognizing their eternity in life made them decide without having any other option to live in denial for the rest of their lives. And I just don't get it, because I'm not in their shoes, or maybe they don't have a consciousness. Maybe these people, we think like, how can we know? All we can know is that I am perceiving. All I know, I'm perceiving. I'm perceiving. I'm feeling. I'm perceiving. I can't tell if someone else is perceiving. I'm not in their shoes or in their behind their eyes, right? Deep stuff. Okay. I give up today. Have a nice day. Night. Good night. Good morning.